Hey guys, this is Beauty.
And the house.
And we got our HelloFresh box.
So we're doing something a little different. As you know, with our vlogs and our challenges, we want to try to get into some food. We're both kind of, I wouldn't call us foodies, but we like food. And with everything going on, going to the grocery store is a little more difficult. So there's a lot of promotions and talk about these boxes going on. So we wanted to give them a try. This is the HelloFresh box, and we just got it today. So a little bit about this, just as a disclaimer, this is not sponsored by HelloFresh. We paid this by ourselves because we wanted to give an honest review. We picked an assortment of different things, and we'll go over them as we kind of get them. So
I'm excited.
First thing you see is this beautiful.
It's all insulated.
So, they're going to make this easy. So, first thing up, this little container. Greek turkey gyros with tzatziki and chopped salad.
We have Middle Eastern spiced salmon frika bowl.
With lemon garlic dressing.
This one is cheesy squash stuffed ravioli bake.
That's great.
With caramelized pear salad.
So next in the box is, so that looks like just a divider to keep the bags away from the ice packs. So in the bottom, those must be the ravioli.
The ravioli, the salmon.
Rest.
The turkey.
Here are these ice packs. So just these great big ice packs. There's 4 of them. And that's it. So that's what's in the box. So move this to the side. So the last thing in the box are these great looking
recipe cards
and a pamphlet. And it has step-by-step information on the back, how to cook it, and also the ingredients. Fresh is in our name, so keep your ingredients fresh. We may use some food plastic packaging. However, 45% packaging since 2016, 36% less food waste, and 33% less CO2 emission. I'm impressed with the presentation so far.
I'm super excited to try all these recipes and see, because I'm not really that cook savvy. If we'll say that. I tend to cook things really high and really fast, and then I burn them. So I'm really excited to see how well this will go with a rookie cooking.
Their website is really well designed, and they are one of the most expensive boxes in Canada. I think for your investment for food, it might not be as relevant. Is it convenient? Yes. They give you everything that you need, so you don't have to worry about that, especially with everything that's going on. It allows you to focus on making a meal, right? It shows up, you can literally grab a bag
and cook it.
Start cooking. And they walk you through all the steps. So I'm impressed with that. Besides the website, which is really nice, it gives you a good representation of what you're going to get into. Obviously, they're marketing on graphics, how it is, how it's presented, and that's what drew you towards it.
Yeah, you could really understand what was in the recipe just by looking at the dish, and I'm a very visual person. And
the one thing I'll say now, especially with the turkey gyro, the portion's small. Like, they give you 1 pita and a part of a turkey breast, right? So everything is really meant for your 1 portion, right?
Yes.
So it's good in regards to eating healthy, trying new things, but it's not going to be the same as you going out buying these ingredients. You get a lot more and a better investment for your money. So please take that into consideration if you're considering these things.
Yes.
But the big thing for us, we wanted to try it with restaurants being closed down. A big thing for us is we want to try something a little different, and this allows you to see stuff that interests you, but also allows her to kind of get in the kitchen and make something that she's not accustomed to. So overall, I'm thoroughly impressed with the box and the contents.
Yeah, it was really neatly packed and organized, and you knew what went with what because of all of the individual bags.
And if you're interested in getting this yourself, in the description below we will leave a link. It is a referral link, but the referral link gives you $40, and in return it gives us a little kickback. So it allows you to try your box, which we paid full price for. It allows you to buy it a little cheaper and try something like us that we wouldn't have necessarily tried to begin with. If you're interested in trying HelloFresh, just visit hellofresh.ca.
Or .com, depending on
your location. So hellofresh.com, or if you're in Canada as we are, hellofresh.ca. As mentioned, you can find the link in the description below. We'll also give a layout of what we tried and our thoughts on each one.
So the first recipe that we tried was called the cheesy squash stuffed ravioli bake.
Step 1 was basically prep all of the main ingredients. Step 2 basically designed you to start cooking a majority of the ingredients. Step 3 got into kind of caramelizing the pears for the salad, which was nice. Made the salad a little on the sweeter end. And then step 4 was baking the ravioli, which would then later in step 5 be put into the oven with the remainder of the cooked ingredients. And then step 6, you prepared the salad, you finished the ravioli bake, and you served it. So day 2
was the Middle Eastern spiced salmon frika bowl.
So you love this dish.
This one's my favorite.
Step 1 was broiling the veggies and kind of getting them ready for later to put into the frika. Step 2 was cooking the frika, very similar to kind of how you process rice, just in some water and turn up the heat and let it simmer. Step 3, cooking the salmon. They didn't really explain to cook the salmon, but for the most part, when you're ever cooking salmon, you only really want to flip it once and then don't touch it again. So step 4 was making the dressing for the salmon. Very simple. And last, we basically cooked the frika and all the veggies that we originally cooked together. And then step 6 was plating the salmon and adding the sauce. So very simple dish. The final dish, which we actually had on day 4, so we skipped a day,
is the Greek turkey gyros.
So this was very basic also. We also listened to the card and started at step 1. So prepping all the vegetables, getting everything ready for the salad, cooking the turkey, so searing it and then baking it, warming the pita wraps. It didn't really give a really good representation of what you were looking for with doing the wraps, making a traditional tzatziki sauce, which was really good, and then prepping the salad, which was step 5, and then finishing by making the pita itself and plating the dish.
And we have finished eating all of the recipes from the HelloFresh box. They were delicious.
We got this box with the expectation we wanted to try new things. We didn't necessarily want to replace anything, but we wanted an opportunity to see what these boxes are about. And we did the 3 meals, 2 servings. And the important thing to note is everything came very well sealed and prepared. This is not something that you would buy and have like a week later. This is something that you get and you eat right away. So 2 of the 3 meals that we did get had salads. And we found the salads were at least 50% of what you were getting. The portions, I was hesitant about when we started the portion sizes, but you do get a really good portion size for your value. Salads are cheap, very cheap. So when 50% of your serving in this box is salad, they're compensating for value and size. Let's talk pricing. So this dish, this whole box costs about $85 for the 3 servings. So for the 3 meals and 2 servings. So after taxes and everything, you're looking at about $11.66. So you're paying $11.66 a serving, right? So it's paying under what you would go to a restaurant to pay for these dishes, but remember, you're doing the work. And on top of that, for the first box you get, which we didn't have a choice in, we paid full price for it, but we didn't have to pay for shipping. After the first box, you pay $9.99 per shipping, no exceptions. So keep that into consideration. So this box is upwards of $90. Mm-hmm. So you're paying $11.66 a serving, right? Which is pretty high. Like, to give it a representation, making the average pasta dish would be about $2-3, depending on what you're putting in it. You're still paying a premium price, but as we said, for us, the important thing was trying something new, right? Just because I'm saying that you can cook something for $2-3 doesn't mean you have that ingredient. With that said, this is one of the most expensive boxes out there. And when we got the box, all they say is we'll show up between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m.
So it's very broad. With each meal, they came with all of the ingredients except for your basic pantry ingredients such as oil, butter, salt, and pepper.
The price point is a little high for my liking, which will affect my overall score. Mm-hmm. But I think this is a great representation of what we want to accomplish, and this was to give you an opportunity to cook some dishes she just would not have been able to. And it gave me an opportunity to help her with that, but also see some ingredients and some stuff that I hadn't seen for some while or used together in that way. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. In the period of one box, you had the option of picking 3 or 4 meals and 2 to 4 servings a meal. So the maximum you'd be able to do is 4 people. But with that said, if you're looking Monday through Friday to do a meal almost every day, you'd have this and potentially some leftovers.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, as we said, we did ours over 4 days as a representation, and some of the stuff was getting close to end. Mm-hmm. But if you wanted to make this Monday through Friday box meal that you don't have to worry about, you could.
Yeah.
But you're looking potentially at $85 or more, depending on what you pick. There will be a link in the description below. As a disclaimer, it is an affiliate link. We are not sponsored or endorsed by HelloFresh, but we wanted to give an opportunity for you guys to try this box at a discount. Depending on what box you get, represents a total value that you will get decreased. We do receive something in return, but it goes towards us potentially getting another box and potentially doing another review. Overall, rating. So we kind of discussed about how we wanted to do these ratings, about either 5 stars or out of 10. And I think we've decided to do out of 10 because it gives a better representation of our overall value. So what would you give this box out of 10?
I'd probably do an 8.
An 8? So I would also do an 8. So we both agree. For me, the reason this box is an 8 is it is a little on the pricier end. But everything that they did well. Mm-hmm. Their website's great, the box is great, the food's great, the representation of it is great. Combination of pricey, but also shipping, right? I understand that these boxes aren't cheap to ship. They have their courier service, but making the box $85 and then adding an additional $10 for shipping each week is going to add up. Mm-hmm. So that's my only downfall of this. Besides that, it's a great box. We both recommend it.
Yeah. And the reason why I gave mine an 8 was also because of the price point, but another point because of the amount of salad that you got with some of the dishes. I didn't realize that it was such a big part of the meal. And with me having Crohn's, I can't eat that salad, so I'm missing out on half of the meal.
And there was no options for substitute of the salad. You could pick one of the meals that didn't have a salad, but you should be able to still diversify it. But I understand that that's just not possible in making large quantities of these boxes and giving the option for this or not this, right? They do a great job if you do have restrictions such as allergies or other things where they allow it, where they diversify by meal, not giving you the options to necessarily, well, take this or this out of this box. They have the option of making sure that they have a gluten-free one, a celiac one, a dairy-orientated one. So they do that very well.
A vegetarian.
But, for example, you couldn't ask for, say you can't have freekeh. There is no substitute option for that. You just have to get a different dish. So this was our honest review of the HelloFresh box. This was not endorsed or sponsored by HelloFresh. We paid for this 100% ourselves. We wanted to give an honest review and see how our experience was with it.
Without being biased.
Without being biased. There is an affiliate link in the description below which will support us and this channel, as well as give you a discount. So if you're considering trying this HelloFresh and we've convinced you to try this HelloFresh box, please use that link and consider supporting us that way. But mostly we want to give it an option to allow you to get a discounted box rate. So your first box you will get about $45 off and free shipping if you use the link below. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you like this video. This was our first forte into trying a food box and doing a review.
Yes.
We wanted to try something a little different from our regular vlogs as well as challenges. If you like this video, giving it a thumbs up. If you love this content, consider subscribing. And if you want to know more or have any questions, please leave it in the comments section below, and we will do our best to answer any questions that you have.